Rotate fast and smooth and rhythmic is the strength in our lower bodies. All right guys, it is time to dive into learning the full spin in discus and shot put. And it's in the full spin that we will throw our farthest. That is the purpose of this course, is to help you build your technique from the stand throw all the way to the full spin so you can throw your farthest. In the rotation, there are two things that really influence your ability to do it well. One is balance and posture. Just like we talked about in the pushing module, our ability to rotate depends on our posture, which then influences our balance. Then the second thing that allows us to rotate, and allows us to rotate fast and smooth and rhythmic, is the strength in our lower body. So picture everything from our belly button down, our hips and our knees and our ankles and feet. Our ability to spin depends on how strong those joints are. The stronger we are in our lower body, the easier it is to turn on our feet, and the better posture we have, again, which posture means hips under us, chest upright, knees bent. That gives us balance, and the strength in our lower body allows us to turn. Those things make us spin faster, smoother, more rhythmic, and then those things help us throw our farthest. This module has 5 drills, and these 5 drills will help us break down the full spin into manageable bites to learn those positions. Those 5 drills are the half turn, the walking half turn, the South African, the step out, and then we'll finish with the full spin. We will cover how to do them, what to think about, what to feel, and then some common errors. So guys, let's dive into this and work on and learn the full spin. And this spot where we land in the middle of the ring, this is the start of the half turn position. In this video, we are going to learn how to do the half turn for discus and shot put. And I'll say that the half turn drill is one of the most useful drills that you can do in learning the rotation. So if I'm throwing in this direction, this is the half turn. You start in this position and you throw. And the reason this is such a vital drill is this is where we're combining the front half of the ring, which is where we learn how to push, learn how to work the ground and push to implement. In the back half of the ring is where we turn and sprint. So in the full spin, we turn, sprint, and this spot where we land in the middle of the ring, this is the start of the half turn position. And it's being able to work the ground from that position that allows us to combine both the back of the ring spinning stuff and the front of the ring pushing stuff. So let's dive into this. Whether you're doing the discus or the shot put, the half turn positions are the same. I'll show you. What you do, you put your right foot, so if you're a right-hander, you put your right foot in the middle of the circle. So if I'm throwing towards you, towards the camera, my right foot's gonna face this way, okay? Not this way. A lot of people, when they start the half turn, they have their foot facing straight forward. That's not how we'll land in the middle when we're doing our full spin. And we wanna copy every piece, every drill we do, we need it to mimic exactly how we would land in there if we were doing the full turn. And so anyways, you're gonna put your right foot in the middle of the ring, facing sideways, so that the side of your hip is facing the direction you want to throw. So you can see I have my foot this way, my knee is bent, my hip is facing here. Then all we're gonna do, we're gonna put the shoulder behind hip. So notice my shoulders are mostly level. I'm on the ball of my foot, my knee is bent, and my hip is facing you. This is the half turn position. So we wind up, and all we're doing with the half turn is stepping. That left foot goes in a gentle arc. It lands, and then we end up in our stand throw position. So we step and then push, step and throw. That is the half turn. One other thing I'll say is when we're in that start position, you have your foot this way, your body weight is on top of that right leg. So I'm not here and I'm not here, right? A lot of people will start their half turn like this. This is useless. This is not how you're gonna land in the throw. Again, we wanna copy exactly how we would land in that position when the full turn. So let's look at the full turn for a second. You turn out of the back and then you sprint forward, switch your hips. Again, this is how we're gonna land in the full turn. That's how we need to start with our half turn. So again, we're up on our foot, up on our toe, our knee is bent, hip is facing this direction, my left leg is opened up. Again, everything with open knees, just like in all the pushing drills. And you put the shoulder behind your hip. From here, you lock that whole right side in together. You lock the ankle, knee, hip, and shoulder. They all are one unit, and you turn and push. Boom. So for the shot put, ball on your neck, shoulder back, elbow up, turn and push. Remember, locking this right side in. Boom. Then for the discus, it's important, again, everything exactly the same. Just picture, shop it here, we're just letting our arm out. So what you notice, what I want you to do is in the half turn, after you got you're set up in the position with your legs and your lower body, take your right arm and make that T position with your arms and torso. So think about level shoulders, discus up, then you will turn and push. So for the half turn, the common errors that you'll have, one is the start position is facing like this. So a lot of people, they have their chest facing out where they're going to throw, and that's correct, but their lower body, their knee and foot are facing out too. So a common error is just incorrect start position. You've got to get that right side turned so that the side of your hip is where you want to throw. Then wind up, that is your start position. Another error that we have when we do this is we don't turn our right foot. So even if we get into this position, we'll turn, open up without this foot turning. See how that is? We're just falling away from our right foot. So what you gotta do is you gotta think that there's a pull going through your knee, through your toe. And the knee, ankle, foot, they move together. So any amount that we turn, the foot turns with it. And then the last common error we have when we're doing the half turn is we slice through the turn rather than go low and wide. So this is what I mean. Even if we're starting right, it's really common to fall towards the left sector line. Let's show you that again. Because it's easier. We just kind of want to fall this way and fall off of our foot. So what you want to do is you make sure you stay on top of that foot and you feel yourself go wide and around. So it's here rather than there. walking half turn is learning the technical positions of the sprint All right, guys, the next drill in learning the full turn is what I call the walking half turn. The way I coach is to design drills to create feeling, and then use those feelings, capture those feelings, and try to implement that into the full turn. And it is, again, this ebb and flow of drills that create feeling, that reinforce muscle memory, and then try to capture that feeling, put it into the full spin. And the walking half turn is one of the best examples of that drill. So you will notice the walking half turn is very similar to what you might have called a South African. Now the next lesson will be the South African, and I will go into the details about that, but quickly let me show you. So in our full turn, if I'm throwing towards you, I'm gonna start facing this way. We turn out of the back of the ring, and essentially this is our sprinting position. This is where we're going to run forward from. This is where we really enter into the ring. So for both the walking half turn and the South African, this is the start position. Here's what's different. The walking half turn, we are literally walking into our half turn, right? So this is our half turn, this is our position. So our goal with the walking half turn is we are taking one step, landing in the half turn, and then executing the half turn. It looks like this. Boom. Here's why we do this. This sprinting portion, as we go into the ring, is sort of complicated. And unless you're told otherwise, you are gonna just rotate and not create power. So that's one of the tricky things about the rotation. We can actually spin through the ring and look nice, and spin fast and not produce any power. The rotation has both rotational components and linear components. So the rotation mostly is our lower body going low and wide and around. Our linear component is what our upper body and torso is doing. Now, of course, everything's turning, it's the full turn. But if we don't have moments where we move forward intentionally, we will miss huge amount of distance in our throws. So this is the walking half turn. The walking half turn is learning the technical positions of the sprint and the transfer. The transfer is going from left leg onto right leg. Our goal is to take the side of our right hip and go low and level around until we land in the half turn position. So watch my hip. Notice how my whole lower body stayed rigid and tight. My knees were bent, and I got the side of my hip out to the half turn position. Boom. Right? If we don't intentionally train that, we're gonna miss it. And this is what we'll do. Right? If you look at your film, if you've been doing the full turn for a little bit, I bet that looks familiar. And a lot of people are taught to kick this right leg and get their hip pointing that way. That's not correct. That's not going to make a smooth, rhythmic throw. So here's what I want you to do when you're doing the walking half turn. Keep your knees bent. Notice here, just like in all of the pushing positions in a half turn, the lower body's pretty much always the same. Knees bent, knees apart. I'm gonna have my shoulder, my right shoulder behind my hip, just like I would, and my left arm is opposite my right arm. So you can see here, my legs are loaded, my left arm is on top of my left leg, knees are apart, right arm, right shoulder behind my hip. And from here, my lower body rotates to land in my half turn position. Boom. Technically, That is the proper way to sprint into the ring. For the walking half turn, we are just stepping, turning, and pushing with no air time. When we do the South African, you'll see where we add air time, where we work on the rhythm. For the walking half turn, I'll say it a million times, this is about learning the technical positions and keeping posture, keeping tension. Again, I'm start here. I'm gonna turn my left leg, is gonna go out of the way, so my right leg can come through. Boom. So some common errors with the walking half turn. One is just an incorrect start position. Having both feet, both legs facing this way, kind of arm down or like this. This is not correct. This is going to make you want to go like that. And that's what we want to avoid. Again, we want to take this, both our hips low and level through the ring. So this is a common error. What you do, remember you need this back leg, this right leg opened up, hips under, right shoulder behind the hip. So here it looks like in the shot put. Again, our lower body moves level and rotational, upper body moves straight. Boom. So another common error with the walking half turn is simply taking this left arm and swinging it to create energy. Honestly, this position is difficult, and in order to move forward, you have to contract your butt muscles, pushing yourself forward. But it's really easy to just pull and yank, so be aware of that left arm. Notice our energy comes from our legs. We turn them out of the way. Boom, this is about position and tension. Another common error, and it's kind of all related, is just not landing in the proper half turn position. All right, so even if you're in the right start position, it's easy to just pull away and reach with the right leg. Our goal, rather than reaching, we want to land on top of it. It's about top rather than reach. Gotcha. And that is the walking half turn.